Alright, starting out with the grill, and it's time for me to show you something else that the Green Mountain Grill's pizza oven attachment can do other than just pizza. And this time we're going to do something that everybody likes, steaks. So what I've got here, instead of the pizza stone on the metal down here in the pizza oven, I've got a large 12-inch grill pan. Now, since this is a 12-inch grill pan, it's so big of a pan, when you push it in, it can hit the back of the pizza oven. So it's pretty large, and you can't even close the grill all the way on it. It touches the end of the handle. So when you're getting a cast iron skillet or pan, you may want to get something a little smaller than this one. But I'm going to get things fired up. I'm going to fire it up to 430 and see how hot the skillet gets. But let me give you the weather report for conditions today. It's cloudy, 74 degrees, humidity 61%, wind is 12 miles an hour. And so going to be cooking in not the best of grilling conditions today, but we're going to see what comes of this. So I'm going to go inside, I'm going to get the steak all put together, and after I get the steak all together, then after it's rested for a while and gotten, nice up to maybe a room temp type of temperature, or warmer than refrigerator temp, then we'll go ahead and we'll put it onto the skillet here on the pan, the cast iron pan, and see how quick it cooks up. Alright, so let me just show you the meat that I'm going to be cooking here. I'm only going to cook up one of these, but these are some T-bone steaks, USDA choice. These are from the local Sam's Club, because Costco doesn't sell T-bones. So I'll probably just grab one of these and get it in the pan for preparation. But I also want to talk about tools for this type of cook, because as I mentioned, you have to have the cast iron when you're putting something in there to cook like a steak or anything that's oily. You don't want to put that on the pizza stone. Also you need some special gloves. These are some special thermal gloves. I'll have to put a link in the video description, but you got to get some gloves that can handle some really high heats, like way over 450. Most grill gloves that you see out there only work for like maybe up to 500. These are rated to let you hold something that's up to like 1,000 plus degrees for even some seconds. So gives you a little time to be able to hold something real hot like that cast iron skillet. So gonna go ahead and get this steak out of here. I'm gonna be using Green Mountain Grill's premium Texas blend pellets for this cook. So I'll bring you back in a sec. Alright, so I got one steak out. Total weight of the package was 2.8 pounds, so almost 1.5 pounds of meat here. I've got some extra virgin olive oil that I'm going to use. That might cause a little smoke, but it should be alright. And I'm also going to use some Grill Mates Montreal steak seasoning. So just going to get it oiled up and seasoned up, and then just let it rest and set here for a while. And basically after it's sat here for a while and got warmed up some, I'll start the wood-fired oven up on the grill, let the pan get really warmed up, and then we'll test the temperature of that pan and throw the steak on. Alright, so we got our steak well seasoned up. Just gonna let it rest for a while. It'll be interesting to see how hot the skillet can get, that grill pan can get. I'm just hoping that the cast iron grill pan touching the door there is not going to cause things to get, so hot that maybe my labels and stuff just burn off or something. But anyway, got it all running. Alright, so the grill has reached 430 degrees Fahrenheit. Inside is very hot because of the cast iron pan touching the lid. The door, things are really hot. The handle's too hot to touch with the hand. So I just want to check it out now that it just turned to 430. Inside it's reading high. It's over 700 degrees in there now because it's reading high. So things have gotten really hot in there. I'm going to let it maintain this temp for a little bit longer, and next time you see me, I'll be bringing the steak out and putting the steak on. Alright, so here's our steak. Now keep in mind, my temperature gauge can't read over 700. So it's quite possibly 850 degrees in there now, just like with the pizza stone. Somewhere over 700 though. So very, very hot. I'm going to get things open, get my steak on there. just going to flip it in a moment after it's had a little while to simmer on that side. Look at those grill marks. Look at that. And I'm starting to feel a little heat even through these gloves after I hold that for a few seconds. You can't hold anything that hot, but for a short period of time. In fact, I'm going to use the other hand this time, just so I don't use the same hand that was handling it before. That side there. I think we're good. I'm going to just keep it wrapped, take it inside, let it rest a while, and then we'll have a look at it and cut it up. Alright, so I gave this meat a little time to rest here. I'm just going to take it out of the foil I had it in off the grill pan there. Have a look at that. Alright, so let's cut into it. We'll cut on this side here and see how things look inside. Whoa, it's like undercooked in there. Could have cooked it longer. So it got a real sear, but it didn't cook all the way through in those seconds. So going to basically have to put it back out there for a little bit. Didn't really want to leave a meat probe in there while it's in that cast iron pan at over 700, because those tools that are used for that type of continual monitoring weren't really built for this type of heat, and it's really not good to put anything else in there. So put this back in there. I'll let it run a while longer. We'll give it a test or something, and we'll move on from there. All right, we got things warmed up again, so I'm going to put it back on. I know there's some of you out there wailing that I'm cooking this steak more than your personal preference. All I can say is we're all different people, so let's get at this for my preference. Alright, we're reading up in the 140s now. I'll stop it here. Obviously, I've got to give myself a nice quick read thermometer for this. Alright, so we'll wrap it up again. We'll take it on inside and see how things are looking this time around. Alright, so I gave it a little bit of time to do a little more rest. So now that we've got it closer to the way I like mine, you can see it's really well cooked on that side there. Still got a lot of juice coming off of there. Alright, so now I'm just going to cut into that fillet side this time around. You can see that it's more to my liking. You can see it's well cooked. Just a hint of pink in there. That's more my speed. So I'm just going to plate some morsels for taste testing. So I'll get the camera swapped around and we'll do a taste test. Alright, so here we have our steak. So there you go. So it's well cooked. It's got, a lot of sear. Now, I know some of you like different preferences. It's just the world, We wouldn't have a world if we didn't have people with some different preferences in their steak. So I like mine a little bit more done than some of the rest of you, but you can just put in the comment what your preference is. I like mine closer to the medium well or well done. And if you like yours rare, medium rare, or what have you, you can just leave a comment of what you like. But hey, I don't hate yours, whatever you like, so don't hate mine. You don't have to eat it, but don't hate it. Anyway, you can find this other recipes at dgrillsmoke.com, Twitter and Instagram, dgrillsmoke. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share the video with a friend, subscribe to the channel, and good eating.